Hi everybody, welcome back and thank you for spending time with me again. A trigger warning, today's video is a serious one, and in today's video I'm going to be rather clear about what is fact and what is gossip, because you see, there is no point in getting angry at me or sending me hate mail for bringing you facts, for bringing you the truth, or even for bringing you gossip. But unlike when I bring you the truth, you are welcome to argue with me about gossip. So, because today's video is a rather serious and important one for all my British and Commonwealth viewers, I have to make a clear distinction between what has been verified and what has not. And I'm going to start with the royal family and end the video with Harry and Meghan. So hang in there, grit your teeth when you get mad, and listen right up to the end. Okay, a while back, I lost about 200 subscribers in one day and received quite a bit of hate mail because of a video I made in which I spoke about King Charles and how he was dealing with his mother's estate, etc. Some people were really mad at me, and now months later, I still get DM and emails saying, "See, the king did this, and see, he did that, so your narrative cannot possibly be true." Well, unfortunately, it was true, as much as it could be with the information available at that time. Now, it is a couple of months later and more information became available and more things have become even clearer. And I'm sorry to say, but some of the things I alluded to then has finally also reached others, including certain media outlets who are now putting their own spin on it. Anyway, for months now, I've been talking about and asking questions about Andrew, Royal Lodge, and why King Charles is so adamant about getting him out of Royal Lodge. It just does not make sense. The facts are that Andrew has a legally binding valid lease agreement with the Crown Estate. Andrew has lived there for 20 years. It is a place known as home by his daughters, and now it is Grandpa and Grandma's home for his grandchildren. As far as anyone knows, Andrew has not done anything as yet to break the conditions of his lease agreement. And nobody knows what Andrew, Sarah, and all their children's financial situations or their net worth are. So to come along and maintain that to maintain Royal Lodge costs in the region of £1 million per annum, and therefore Andrew can't afford it, is absolute rubbish and poppycock. Why the elite always have to count everything in millions is absolutely beyond me. A groundskeeper gardener is not going to cost £1 million. A bit of paint, a touch of cement, a little rewiring maybe, a drop of plumbing here and there, utilities for 2 people and day staff, £1 million per annum? Really? Nonsense. Especially not at the rate royals like to pay their staff. Andrew maintained Royal Lodge and a fully staffed office and a fairly lavish lifestyle on just under £500,000 for more than 20 years. Now, Andrew no longer has a fully functioning, fully staffed office. He sold his luxury ski lodge. He does not travel much, does not play golf anymore. I mean, honestly, I cannot see how Andrew and Sarah cannot maintain the property together and or with a little help from their children. It is absolutely no one's business how they maintain the property as long as they do. I told you months ago that there is a rift in the royal family and that Harry and Meghan are not the only factors causing the rift and arguments. I can't remember whether I said as much in a video or whether I just discussed it privately, but I was told by a very prominent person that Princess Anne in particular is not happy at all with the way King Charles is handling her mother's estate. I was also told that she is not approving of the way he is dealing with his family. As a matter of fact, I was told that Princess Anne is so fed up with King Charles and all his ideas and actions, or then lack thereof, that she has mentioned to someone that she may consider retiring at 75 to spend more time with her children and grandchildren. Remember, I said that I was going to discuss and dissect the interview Princess Anne had with a Canadian journalist because much of what she said actually supported what I was told. But like you, I'm also sick and tired of all the negativity, and like you, I sometimes just hope it will all pass and for a week or a month there will be peace everywhere, including in the royal family. The royal family used to be the fairy tale for adults, but the way it's going now, it's worse than the Addams family mixed with Days of Our Lives and the Fockers, and directed by the Illuminati and produced by the World Economic Forum. I mean, really, I just don't know how to describe it all. Why is King Charles so adamant that Andrew should vacate the Royal Lodge? Now, please, don't even come to me with slimming down, blah, blah, blah. The Royal Lodge is a crown property. It does not cost King Charles III a single cent. And in actual fact, it is not really his business, as the commissioners of the Crown Estate have power of ownership and only reports to the King and Parliament via annual statements and reports, or that is how it is supposed to be. The only gain King Charles III gets from the Crown Estate properties is that his annual sovereign grant normally equals 15% of the profit from the Crown Estate. However, the grant was increased to 25% in 2017 to support the refurbishment of Buckingham Palace. So the only physical benefit to King Charles III if Andrew moves out and Royal Lodge is rented out to someone else is that the profit of the Crown Estate will increase, and as a result, so will the amount of the sovereign grant King Charles receives. So we can say, rent out Royal Lodge and Charlie will get more money. I actually went and looked it up, and according to statistics, the market related rent for property similar to Royal Lodge is £30,000 per month. Now that makes it £360,000 per year. Now 25% of that is indeed £90,000. In other words, £90,000 King Charles will receive more, at least until 2027. However, when it reverts back to 15%, it will still be a tidy sum of £54,000 that he will receive more if Prince Andrew vacates Royal Lodge. Now, some are saying that King Charles III wants Royal Lodge for William, Catherine, and the children because allegedly Adelaide Cottage is too small with its 4 bedrooms. Now, if I remember correctly, when the topic of King Charles III moving to Buckingham Palace came up, he said Buckingham Palace was too big and not fit for purpose. And he also advocated earlier on that One can only live in so many palaces, and I'm paraphrasing. But, okay, that is understandable and makes perfect sense. So why was his mother's body barely cold before he started packing up some of her things and moving some of his own into Windsor Castle? Why then won't he tell William and Catherine to move into Windsor Castle? Why then hog it for himself? The Queen was indeed very happy in Windsor Castle, and that is where she chose to spend most of her time before she passed. Now why can't William and Catherine occupy a private suite there? Even Frogmore Cottage, with its 5 bedrooms, is bigger than Adelaide Cottage. And here is another question, which I think is a very interesting and very mysterious question. What about Frogmore House? Frogmore House has 10 bedrooms. It used to be open to the public, like a museum type of thing, but now it isn't anymore. However, it is still treated like a private museum and gallery, and it is now being called a royal retreat. However, nobody ever retreats to Frogmore House anymore. It is just a waste of costly space, only used once in a blue moon to host private or official events. So does that make sense to you, my British subscribers, to have this huge house with 10 bedrooms standing empty? Well, it's not empty, it's filled with all kinds of stuff, artifacts, etc., etc. But it's not used for anything, not even a gallery or museum anymore. None of it makes sense. King Charles III honestly has no valid reason to evict Andrew from Royal Lodge, and legally he cannot do so unless Andrew agrees to it or unless Andrew breaks the clauses of his agreement. In the meantime, the entire debacle is dividing the family even more, and it is a contact's opinion that regardless of how it is spun in the media, there is indeed very little trust and harmony among members of the family, and there is basically only one thing they all agree on, and that is that they don't want Meghan Markle back. Anyway, according to this contact, the issue with Royal Lodge is basically the king flexing his muscles and a power play against the brother he had always been a tad jealous of. And according to my contact, the rest of the family feels exactly the way we do. Namely, they want him to leave his brother alone now and sort his son and his wife out first. King Charles took Andrew's annual grant, the Queen took his patronages and honorary military titles, and the family feels it is enough now, and that there are other more urgent matters to address, like the Harry and Meghan situation. I was also told that it is not idle gossip that William wants Harry's title stripped. I'm told that, like he did at the time of the wedding, William still suspects that the marriage will not last and fears that if the divorce comes before Harry is stripped, Meghan Markle will have those titles for life. Anyway, guys, so I'm just going to leave it right there, although I'm only like halfway through this serious discussion. But time, life, Anyway, guys, I am really looking forward to the wedding of Crown Prince Hussein of Jordan and Rajwa Al Saif next week, Thursday, I think. I know it's the 1st of June. I saw that many of the world's royals have already RSVP'd, so it will indeed be a show of epic proportions, and I cannot wait. But I have no clue which of the British royals will be attending, because I can't find anything about it. I would think the most appropriate would be William and Catherine, especially because Queen Rania is also a council member of the Earthshot Prize. But I can't find any confirmation anywhere. So if any of you know for a fact who will be going, I would appreciate you letting me know. Okay, guys, I've got a hectic evening and day tomorrow, so I quite likely won't see you tomorrow or speak to you tomorrow, but I definitely will over the weekend. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.